Welcome back. In continuation to our video lecture note series on strategic management subject, today we will be discussing on small but very important topic related to business sustainability and the three important factors which are related to sustainability of business and how these factors can affect sustainability of any business. So, let's begin. As we know, every business has its objective of revenue and profit generation to become financially stronger, doing cost saving so as to build in its revenue, doing business on long run by reducing all possible risks which are associated with the business, which may be from competitors, stakeholders such as communities, suppliers, employees, etc., that is creating a sustainable business, constantly growing performance so as to get investments from the shareholders, and creating a brand image of company so as to remain competitive, having large number of loyal customer base, and so on. John Elkington attempted to measure sustainability during the mid 1990s by encompassing a new framework for measuring performances of business organization not only on the basis of profits, return on investment, and shareholder value, but he also included environmental and social dimensions to measure organizations' performance. Thus, we can say sustainability is a strategy, that is the course of actions by which communities seek economic development approach of business that should also benefit the local environment and quality of life. In simple words, we can understand it as the communities, that is the people with whom the businesses do their business activities to generate revenue and profit. This community expects that this business organization should not only generate the profitability, but they should also contribute by reinvesting their part of earning in benefiting the local environment, that is the surrounding environment in which manufacturing, marketing activities are carried out. As well as the community also expects that the business activities should not affect the community negatively. Rather, the community expects the businesses to contribute in uplifting quality of life of the community by means of providing education, fair wages, support system, as well as by preserving the natural environment by means of trees plantation, maintaining soil quality, preserving water, etc. Sustainability should not be only the goal of profit making businesses, but it should be also the goal of non-profit organizations as well as the government. In very simple words, we can say sustainability is a process of achieving human development along with business development, which can be achieved by effective management of three pillars of sustainability. The first is social pillar, that is the pillar about the people, community, society, locally or in that country. The second pillar is the environment, that is the planet surrounding of the business environment. And the third pillar is the economic pillar, that is the profit making of business firm. Thus, we can say the triple bottom line is another name of sustainability and corporate social responsibility reporting system. Triple bottom line is a framework used for measuring performance of business organizations. Thus, the triple bottom line accounting framework takes into account not just financial outcomes or financial performance of the business organization, but it also takes into consideration of other two dimensions, that is contribution of business in environmental as well as in social performance. The fundamental consideration of triple bottom line are saving on cost by making reduction in impacts on environment due to the waste generated from businesses and by treating employees in a better way. Second, while the focus is on increasing revenues, it should also focus on improving the environment and benefiting the local economy by means of providing jobs, paying to stakeholders, and by doing ethical business activities, etc. Third, reducing the business risk by managing and engaging all its stakeholders such as community, employees, suppliers, etc. And lastly, improving the public reputation or brand name of the business organization by means of increasing environmental efficiency by doing environmental protection or preservation activities, etc. The major concept of triple bottom line is that an equal consideration or we will say equal importance should be given to first economic growth, second ecological development, and third is the social development. Now let us understand all the three considerations one by one. Let us start with the economic consideration first, which is all related to profit maximization of the organization. Following factors have direct or indirect impacts on economic consideration of the organization. First is the economic resources or the factors which are related to stakeholders, that is the cost of employees, cost of profit sharing with the suppliers and distributors, the maintenance cost, etc. And second is the economic system at the local, national and global level, that is contribution through paying taxes to government and other different types of legislative costs to be paid, etc. The various economic indicators included in performance measurement are wages, pensions, and other benefits that are paid to the employees. After product selling, money received from the customers and paid to the suppliers, which shows investment, revenue generated, expenses, and taxes paid to government, that is spending, and the subsidies received from the government or discounts from the suppliers, which is nothing but the cost saving to the organization. Overall economic consideration shows earnings and expenses, or we will say profits and losses. When we talk about the environmental indicators, which concerns about an organization's impact on living and non-living entities present in the natural system, including the ecosystem, land, air and water. The environmental indicators include how much energy is used, how much energy is conserved, sources of energy, etc. The materials which are required for production, how much they are used, what is the wastage, what are the sources of materials, etc. And water used in terms of quantity, savings on water, sources of water like rainwater or water collected from river, etc. Second is greenhouse gas and other emissions, how much they are affecting to the natural climate and contributing in global warming, or is there any provision to neutralize these gases emitted from the factories, how much is invested onto it. Thirdly, what is the level of effluent, that is the liquid or waste water and the other types of waste that is generated, and how much does it affects to the surrounding, what measures are taken to prevent or lower it and preserve the natural environment. When we talk about the social concern, that is concern about the society or people with whom the business is done or who contributes in doing the business, etc. The social indicators are grouped into three clusters. First is the labor practices, that is diversity in selection of labor, spending on employees' health and safety, etc. Second is human rights, that is not allowing child labor, following labor laws, procedures opted for compliance for various employee issues, etc. And third is the social issues, for example, bribery and corruption, how well the community relations are built and further developed by the organization. Simply, triple bottom line reporting is a framework for measuring and reporting corporate performance against economic, social, and environmental parameters. It is the step instead of measuring organization performance only in one dimension, that is economic reporting, to three-dimensional reporting system which includes economic, social, and environmental reporting. So these are the three pillars of sustainability, that is the triple bottom line. The concern about people, where the people are considered as the human capital, how well and effectively the organization behaves with these people, such as laborers, employees, customers, community, society, suppliers, etc., so as to do fair and beneficial business practices. A TBL organization develops a social structure in such a way that it should be benefiting to the interest of business organization, its laborers, and the other stakeholders who are dependent on each other for performance. The planet is the natural capital which is related to the sustainable environmental practices. While doing business related activities, a TBL organization should always look at benefiting to the natural resources by preserving the natural resources as much as possible, or at the least, its activities should not harm and curtail environmental impact. A TBL endeavor should carefully manage its consumption of energy and non-renewable energy or resources, and by reducing manufacturing waste as well as converting waste to less toxic before disposing it off in a safe and legal manner. Last but the most important aspect of business sustainability is the profit, which is the economic value created by the organization after deducting the cost of all inputs which are utilized for manufacturing process and the cost of capital tied up with the assets, machineries, etc., along with taxes to be paid to the government. In the original concept of TBL, within a sustainability framework, the profit aspect is seen as the real economic benefit given back to the host society within which the business activities are carried out. To summarize, it is important for every business organizations to have a major concern not only for its profitability, revenue generation, savings on maximum cost so as to become financially stronger, but it should also look it from the point of view of benefiting contribution in overall development of society as well as ecosystem with which and within which the business activities are carried out. As if planet and society remain sustained, then only business will remain sustained or else it will get diminished. I hope the content of this video is useful to you, and if you like the content of this video then please press like button, share with your friends and subscribe to this channel. Thank you for sparing your time to watch this video. Happy e-learning.